everybody, I'm Scott Zambelli.
And I'm Jill Webler, and we're with Team Titans out of Realty Executives in Shelby Township.
And today we want to come to you with another Titan Talk to talk about the difference between listing your home and selling your home. More importantly, do you want to list your home for a very high price or do you want to sell it for a high price? And those are two different things. They're not necessarily the same thing. But before we get into that, how's your week been, Jill?
My week has been great. Just an update regarding Weight Watchers. Still holding 18 pounds is my loss, so I'm very proud of that.
I think you were at like 17 or 16 last time,
Yeah,
so
probably,
you lost
yeah.
more. So
Yeah.
good job.
Yeah.
I'm up to about 21 pounds, just shy of 21 pounds. So hopefully in a couple days I'll be hitting that 21 pound mark. So yeah, we're doing good on that. And you know, 4th of July is behind us, which means Christmas is right around the corner.
That's true. That's what, less than 6 months away now.
Yeah, so it's right around the corner. But in all seriousness, we are in the beginning of July. Actually, geez, we're almost halfway. We're already halfway. Go figure.
Yeah.
Feels like 4th of July was yesterday. But so what does that mean for you? If you're thinking about selling your home, if you look at the time frame, you put your house on the market now, it sells in about 30 days. That puts you in August 15th. Closes in about 30 days. You're already looking at September 15th. So somewhere in September is when you're probably going to be closing on your property if you list now. So you got to keep that in mind, especially if you want to make a move before those winter months hit.
That's true.
Yeah. So on to our topic, listing versus selling.
Right. So a lot of people have already, before we even meet with them, a value of their home in their mind. And sometimes it's based on multiples of things, maybe like what they think their neighbor's house is for sale for, maybe something they've seen online. So we're a lot of times having to sit down with our customers and say, hey, let's go over what your home truly is worth.
Yeah, and when you're talking to various agents, you got to realize not everyone's gonna determining the value of your home is not an exact science. It's not like there is a right and a wrong answer. But there are answers that are more true and less true.
Yeah.
For instance, there's various online sites, but one particular case, the famous site Zillow. There are some people we know when we went in to talk with them, Zillow gave them a very high price of about $630,000. But when we look at the numbers, it's far less than that. We're looking at like $500,000. That's a $130,000 difference in value, and it's like, whoa. Are we doing something wrong?
Right.
And when you come to them with that kind of number, they're kind of blown away and they don't believe us.
It's shocking. Now you have to keep in mind, Zillow doesn't realize what updates you've done in their house. They have no idea if you have granite or wood floors or whatever it may be that would make one home more valuable than another.
They also have no idea that maybe the neighboring sub that is $1 million home with way more features and it's brand new, they don't really do the comparison to your neighborhood, which maybe is 30-year-old homes versus the brand new. So there's so many factors that go into it. But the struggle we face as agents is we go in there with our price point and they're so confident about what their house is worth because A, Zillow told them, and B, they talk about a neighbor down the street. And that's where we come in is it's like, well, that neighbor, yes, it has been for sale for that. They've been asking that amount, but when we pull up the history, they were on the market for over 18 months now.
Yes. Yeah, we are seeing that time and time again where homes are unfortunately on the market longer.
So people, when they talk to neighbors, when you hear about, we always hear about how, well, my neighbor down the street sold for such and such. And then when we look it up, we find out they didn't sell for that at all.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, so often they'll tell you what the list price is. What they don't tell you is the big drop. And for example, in this neighborhood, there is a particular house. It is a very close comparison in the same neighborhood. They were asking $650,000 for their home. 18 months later, they still haven't sold. Their price is all the way down to $480,000.
Yes. Yeah.
They're still not selling. And this is what we mean. You can't just go by what other people are listing their houses at or what Zillow tells you. You want to know what other houses sold for.
Exactly. And a lot of times you want to sell your home quickly. You don't want it on the market for a long extended period of time. So that's why it's important to price it correctly. Our buyers are smart. They know when something is priced correctly. They have agents educating them and researching for them so that they know if something's priced too high, they'll just pass it by and go on to the next one.
Right. And often, like in our case, for instance, when we bring buyers around to houses, they see many houses. So a buyer gets a very good idea of of what a home's worth is because they have seen so many similar homes in the area. So if all the houses that are like your house are, let's say, in the 450 range, and all of a sudden they come to yours and you're asking 600, they're gonna say, whoa, wait a minute, I just saw 10 other homes like this, how come this one is so high? And guess what, the buyer's gonna move on to one of those other houses. So the question becomes, do you wanna list your house for the highest price possible, or do you wanna sell it for the highest price? That's where we come in. We give you a thorough analysis. We show you the data of what has sold, and that's very important because just because you want more money doesn't mean you're going to get more money. The buyers are going to pay what the house is worth to them, not what you need. That's the other thing we hear so often. People say, but I need to make this much money. It doesn't matter. Nobody's going to pay you an extra $50,000 for your home because you need more money.
Right.
It just doesn't work that way.
Right. And you have to be careful too. Some agents will, if you tell them, I want to sell for this amount, they'll just agree to it, even though they may in the back of their mind know this is priced too high, but you know what? It gets my sign in the yard and I get free advertisement. I might get some leads from it. So there are some agents that will put that out for you, but is that really in your best interest? Are you going to sell the home quickly and at what its true value is?
We keep track of these homes when we do these market analysis, and they end up listing with other agents for these crazy high prices. We track these homes. We have a list of about 5 or 6 right now we're actively tracking. All of them about a year to a year and a half they've been trying to sell for. And you know, you can get agents who will say, yep, that's good, I can sell it for that price. We don't do that. We tell you what the data shows. We back it up with what the data is and show it to you. And we give you our pricing strategy. If you want to list your house 50 to 100,000 too high, honestly, we're not interested because we're not in the business of listing homes. We're in the business of selling homes, and that's what we want to do for you. And these people, like we said, there's a house that has dropped from 650,000 to 480,000, still not sold. Another one, 360,000. They're currently at 315,000, still not sold. There's someone you know.
Yeah, I've had a couple neighbors in my subdivision where they were priced super high. One, it took them over a year to sell. The other one, it's still for sale. And I told her, I said, look, who else besides someone who lives in your subdivision wants you to get the most you can for your money? It helps me the more that she can sell her house for. But we have to look at what the true value is.
What were those prices that they started at?
The one neighbor started at $650, ended up selling at $495.
$650 to $495.
It was a huge drop. The other neighbor, I want to say she was in the 500s too. She's now at about $415. So
and still hasn't
sold. It's
so that's
been
what
over
we're
a year.
talking about. So if you want somebody who will just tell you what you want to hear, give us a call. We'll gladly refer other agents to you. We know agents out there who will gladly tell you what you want to hear. But if you want agents who will tell you what the facts are to sell your house, call us and we'll handle it ourselves, and we will get that house marketed and sold for you.
Absolutely. So we would love to meet with you. If you want to give us a call, I can be reached at 586-277-2145.
Or I can reach at 586-549-6096. And if you don't care who you get, call this number here, 586-232-5144. This is one of those cool high-tech Google phone numbers. It goes to both of our phones, so you can play the lottery there and figure out who you'll get. And as always, Team Titans of realestate.com. You can create your own customized account on there. Create a profile, input all the data and search criteria that you want, and it will update you. This feeds right from the MLS, so you get brand new listings as they hit the market, not something that's 48 hours or more old through the other sites that you can find online. So this is up to the minute data straight from the MLS to you.
All right, so we are looking forward to helping you. If you have any family or friends that are looking to sell, buy, or invest in property,
we love referrals.
To help them. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so send your referrals to us. That's how we stay in business. That's how we make our money and put food on the table for our family. So please keep us in mind for all of your real estate needs. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.